about that team.
No reason to be running around here going to other people and doing all that when we can make millions together.
Your manager came in like don't send that back. Straight up check
It's about that team.
No reason to be running around here going to other people and doing all that when we can make millions together.
Your manager came in like don't send that back. Straight up check
It's about that team.
No reason to be running around here going to other people and doing all that when we can make millions together.
in that back. Straight up chuck.
It's about that team.
No reason to be running around here going to other people and doing all that when we can make millions together.
Your manager came me like toast in that back. Straight up chuck.
It's about that team.
No reason to be running around here going to other people and doing all that when we can make millions together.
Your manager came me like toast in that back. Straight up chuck.
It's about that team.
No reason to be running around here going to other people and doing all that when we can make millions together.
And there we go. So everything I just said, you didn't hear because I didn't unmute the microphone. But so what we're talking about is tip number 5. I hadn't given it to you guys yet. I thought I was going to be like out somewhere when I did it, but I didn't even go nowhere. Like I didn't take my camera out with me to actually be in a spot and give you guys this conversation. So, what up, Jill? What up, Arlicia? I just wanted to say to you guys that it's, each one of these tips, man, is for you guys. Like when I'm talking to you guys about how to become a better producer in 2022, these are tried and true methods. It's things that I've done, things that that have worked for several producers, and you guys know that. Like I'm not going to give you guys any information that you guys don't absolutely know. So this 5th tip is learn how to sing or rap. Crazy as it may sound, you guys know half the dudes that produce y'all, like half the producers y'all work with, at least the good ones, they can sing or rap. It's just an innate talent that that we have. We actually, at some point, wanted to be an artist. And if we didn't, then you should have aspired to want to be an artist. You should at least pretend that you're an artist. You should be moving around like you're an artist if you are a producer. Why? Because it helps you think of whom you're going to write. It makes you think in the mindset. Like so many times, man, you heard people, you can hear producers that don't rap. Oh my God, their beats are horrible. Like you can hear producers that don't sing that's trying to make R&B music and be like, yo, my dude, come on, man. And even those producers that can't do those things, like vocally, like if you can't deliver a song, melodically, like your tone of your voice might be jacked up, they still act as though they can sing. They still produce from hearing like the song in their head, and that's the important part. This is a very vital lesson and tool that every aspiring producer should put in their bag. I mean, it goes along with the next tip, but I don't want to get into that. I've given you 4 tips prior to this that I think are going to help you, get this thing all the way together. Let's see, we have. Let's go through the tips right quick because I want to make sure y'all know, what I'm saying, that y'all are moving correctly. The first one was master production tool. And that's just important in itself. You guys know, man, there's no way that you can be doing this job and you don't know how to use your equipment. That just is not the look. The other one was even vitaler. See, I gave you something that was practical, which is learn your equipment. Then I said, what can help you do that? That is listening to number 1 records. When you guys listen to number 1 records, man, that's just essential in the creation of today's music. If you don't know where you've been, you don't know where you're going, or you don't know, what I'm saying? There's so much that you don't know that that's been placed before you as a blueprint. That's the best way I can put it. So that was tip number 2. Tip number 3 was learn a DAW, which is different than learning your equipment to some degree because some of these some of the equipment has Ableton is a production tool and a DAW. Fruity Loops production tool and a DAW. I mean, they all pretty much are nowadays. They all are kind of combined into 2, but they take 2 different types of, thinking and approaches when doing them. And learning your DAW is crucial because you want to be in the process. Even if you're not the person that's navigating the whole, the session and all that, you still want to be in the process. I told a story of a time, and there have been several times where I've had to make the engineer. I'd be like, yo, man, go take a break. Let me just do what I need to do because this is my record, and I can't let you kill my record. That's important. Like, that is highly important in the grand scheme of things. When you guys are creating, and then you're taking that process to another place, you need to know so you can look over their shoulder and say, yo, is his process killing my vibe? You know what I'm saying? Is it killing the artist vibe that's in the studio? Those things matter. Those things are essential in the process of creating it. And I spoke on that in depth. And then tip number 4 was tip number 4 was practice. You think you ain't have to say that. Like, you would think that you don't have to say practice, practice, practice. And no, practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes you better, period. And I got that from Les Brown, by the way. That's been ringing in my head ever since he said it, because it makes so much sense. Don't be afraid to borrow, steal, or whatever when you hear something that makes complete sense. And what he said made complete sense. Practice doesn't make perfect, and there was only one perfect thing in this world, and there'll never be another. So with that in mind, you practice to come as close to perfection as you possibly can, period. And so in doing that, it makes you better. You learn more about not only your craft, you learn your ability, you learn what you don't. A smart person learns what they don't know. Marinate on that for a minute. You learn what you don't know. And if you know what you don't know, then you can at least go out and explore it and figure it out. That's such a powerful self-analytical thing that, man, I wish everybody can embrace that with so many aspects of life. And then that brings us to today. Let's for you to learn to rap or sing. You got to give something to the community in the form of what you would do if you were the artist. There are so many people out here who are part of this process that can sing, that can rap, that are not in front of the camera. Kanye West was a person who was behind the scenes all the time and believing he could rap. That's why he was able to make beats for these different people. If y'all don't think Just Blaze can rap, or at least has thought about it or could spit, y'all are crazy, because we all do it because it's a connection that goes with the record that we're trying to slang or perform or produce. It's important that you learn to rap or sing. I can tell you, when I was growing up and working, there was some better production because the people could sing better than me. And I was like, yo, I really want to learn. I really got to learn how to sing because it's essential. And the way they learned is they had better singers around. And here's a tip. Is this one of the tips? No, this isn't one of the tips, but it is and it isn't, because there's a tip in here. Tip number 8 is kind of leaning towards this, but it's not completely about this. You have to surround yourself with people that are better than you if you're going to be better. You need to be around people who are practicing the process and maybe showing you a different way or giving you some insight differently. And that helps. So there was people who I thought were really dope producers, and the reason being is they had really good singers or rappers around them. And when you have those people, you can't help but be better. Like, you can't help but get doper because these people, they bring you up. Iron sharpens iron, or steel sharpens steel. Y'all know the saying, it goes one of them kind of ways or whatever. And you got to focus on those things. What up, sick cameraman? It's important that you surround yourself with people who know more than you. It's such a different process to watch people, do their thing, rapping or singing. If they rap dope, then that means it requires you to come with some dope beats. Y'all hear what's out in the marketplace. If they're a dope singer, it's gonna require you to have some skills, but you gotta know what that sounds like. You gotta be humming or thinking that you could sing, or you have listened to enough singers. This all goes back to some of the earlier tips that I gave you. You gotta put yourself in a position of knowledge. There's a clip, I don't think it's a part of this. There's one of my videos I posted where Matthew Knowles said one of the greatest things that is holding back talent of today is knowledge, lack of knowledge. And it's so true. It's all out here, man. There's so many YouTube videos, including the one I'm posting now, that you guys can go out and learn all this stuff and don't. It's surprising to me. There's an ability for you to learn how to practice better, listen to records and decipher, talk about amongst the community what made that record special, and then apply it to what you're doing. I mean, I can only direct you guys in certain ways and certain paths to kind of grasp this stuff. But if you learn how to rap or sing, like I've been freestyling, so I was different. I learned how to freestyle early. I used to freestyle all the time. This stuff they doing now that they call freestyling ain't freestyling. Freestyling is when a person could be right in front of you and you talk about everything they wearing. Like, you just be spitting about it. They don't do that. They write these freestyles down against an opponent that they know they're gonna go against. They know freestyling used to be about what was in front of you. It was about what was happening right there in the instance. And, you know, a lot of MCs, real MCs, don't respect the freestyle style that's out there right now, where cats have you know, studied to do this. And then with the singing, I wasn't a great singer in the beginning. I tell this story of there was a play I was a part of, and the guy, well, let me go back. I was the 4th best singer in a 4-man group. There were 3 other people that was singing way better than me, and I admired them for that. But at the time, I was the producer. So what I did, you know, was just did my thing. I played my part, did my role, had no desire of really being a singer, although I knew everybody's parts. I knew all the harmonies. I knew what I wanted to hear melodically, and that was my contribution to my group. Shortly after, I got invited to be the lead in this play, and it required me to sing. Now, mind you, when you're the 4th person the 4th best singer in a 4-man group, you're not thinking about singing. And the guys that were leads were incredible. Heath, Pat, Gus, incredible singers. I mean, all in their own right. You know what I mean? They all had a quality of somebody who was great before. And here I was, you know, the least best. But what happened was I joined this play, got asked to be the lead because I can act and I can dance. A lot of the qualities that plays actually want you to have. And my singing was probably my least greatest talent. And that was mainly because of confidence, not because I didn't have a voice. I just wasn't confident. And so the director of the play really, really was on me about it. And he's like, Joe, just keep trying every day, show up and sing this song. We'll practice it, just show up. And then as we were doing it, it started off with him just teaching me. And then it started off, you know, then the cast started coming around. And I realized I wanted to sing better in front of the cast. So I tried harder. And that improved my ability to sing. And if you guys are around me at any point, you'll hear I'm singing all the time now. Like, I'm singing all the time. And a few years ago, I still get asked this now, but a few years ago, I was getting asked, yo, why ain't you singing? Why ain't you singing? And I really didn't realize why I wasn't. Excuse me. I went on tour with Usher, and I saw the work ethic that he put forward. I saw, like, it was a real jolt to my confidence and to my want and desire to be a better singer. And to watch him do what he did, it made me say, yo, why not try to do what you do? Why not try to put your best talent forward? And so in doing that, I ended up getting a deal. Most of you guys know I was signed to RCA. I have a single out right now on iTunes. It's an old single, but it's called Strut, featuring Busta Rhymes. I'll put a link to it right here somewhere. And then my Spotify channel, I'll put a link to my Spotify here, so you guys can go on Spotify and listen to some of the songs that I've released so far. I actually have a release coming out on the 21st that I want you guys to support. And I'll post I think I'm going to put the lyric video out soon already. It's already finished, so I'm going to put the lyric video out so y'all can learn the song, and then you guys can support the song on Spotify. But I'm going to wrap it up with that, man. I just wanted to be clear because it's super simple. Learn to rap or sing. Aspire to do that. And I don't care who you learn, whose style or whatever, just know that when you're in the room, when you're working with the talent, when you're creating, that you got that vibe, that you can put that stamp on it. You know what I mean? That you can put that energy that belongs behind the track when you're creating. You have to think like them. How can you create for somebody if you don't have them in mind? How can you, and that's one of the best, I can tell you, that's one of the qualities when I go to vocal produce, is that if they're already out, I learned their style. I know their isms, is what I call them. When I worked with Whitney, I knew Whitney's Whitney-isms. When I worked with, Usher has his Usher-isms, and all these entertainers have their isms. And so when I'm working with new talent, I'm looking for that ism. I'm looking for, what is this thing that's going to, where's the magic? I always call it. Where's this thing? There's something about really dope talent that either they know they have it or they don't. And if they don't know they have it, it's my job to find it and then direct them to use that more often, to play into that gift. And if they do know they have it, it's then how do we process that gift without oversaturating the song and making it boring or mundane. But anyway, enough about that. You guys, if you enjoyed anything in this video, of course, you can hit the subscribe button. I'd love for you to turn on notifications so this room could be packed when I do this. I usually don't do I usually don't go live and do some of these posts that are very directly, direct in the series. I usually kind of pre-plan those series, but I mean, why not talk to you guys direct? Why not have a moment where we can discuss it? I think I'm going to do my tech talks the same way. So this should have been posted on a Monday, but I'm behind. Hopefully you guys will forgive me. I have the other one ready on Monday, or we'll go live Monday and we'll knock it down. I've got a lot of stuff going on, but hey, what can I say? I think that it's very important that I get these things out to you. And, you can put these things in application before 2022. Don't wait for the new year to start anything. Anything you want to do, start it now. And hopefully you'll start subscribing, following, commenting, liking, and sharing me with your community and your friends now. Thank you for tuning in. Till next time, y'all. I'm learning these buttons. So I'm trying to find a button to do this, to say, there you go. That's the button I was looking for. And that one.